Word has been circulating around the Cedar Valley today, very sad news, with the word of the death of Bette Wubbena. Bette was the longtime events director for Grow Cedar Valley here in the area. And of course, if you knew Bette, you know that she worked tirelessly behind the scenes, never seeking any publicity, not looking for any fanfare. But if you needed something done, Bette Wubbena was always the go-to person to make that happen.
Bette was an employee for our organization for 32 years, first with the Waterloo Chamber of Commerce, then with the Greater Cedar Valley Alliance and Chamber, and now with Grow Cedar Valley, what we became. And of those 32 years, Bette was the institutional knowledge, knew everything about our stakeholders, about our events, about the people in the community that helped us drive our mission. And we really depended on that knowledge and that context and that background as we went through planning our events and planning our calendars.
My first experience with Bette was at my very first chamber event. I was going to an event for a business after hours, and I went to park my car, and Bette waved me in. She introduced me to some people that first day, and I was able to start my chamber career right there on that day.
Bette was a great person to work with. Really had a lot of fun with her. Been working together 6 years. Knew her a number of years previous to that, but always enjoyed her work ethic. She was the first one here. She was the last one to leave. She really was the organization. She loved this place. 32 years she'd given to it, and it was a great asset, and she loved this community and everything that Bette did. And her work life and her life was about the Cedar Valley.
Mom liked to make everyone feel included and feel involved. For instance, we would be working so hard, putting in so many hours, taking off time from work to help out. And then after the event, we all went out for drinks and food and shared laughter. I think just putting that closure on all the work that was put in was where we got to feel like a family. And that's what Mom wanted for so much of the Waterloo and Cedar Falls and Cedar Valley area, is just to feel connected and to work towards a common goal.
We know there will never be another Bette, ever. But we also know if we can learn from her generous heart and try to be more like her, that would make her heart very, very happy.
One of the funny things that everyone in the ambassadors has always said was, this was Bette's group. Without Bette, we wouldn't be what we were. We just continued to grow as a group, get closer, and Bette was always the core of that. After she had passed, we are still looking at her as our leader, our mentor, and trying to figure out what exactly she did, because she kept us all together without ever writing anything down. So it was just always fun to be around her, and she will be missed greatly.
Bette was such a great asset to this organization and to the community, and we felt it only fitting that we would honor her legacy for years to come, just because of the work that she's done in this community. And the Bette Wubbena Partnership Award is certainly fitting to keep her name in the community and the work that she did for so many years. And I think any business that receives that is going to be really honored to carry the name of Bette Wubbena and the legacy moving forward.
Mom loved to celebrate people that contributed, and she would never talk about it a lot, but she was such a contributor and partner with everyone that knowing that someone is going to earn an award in my mom's name is like saying, you've been Bettied. Knowing that you received that award tells my family, or at least myself, that my mom would be proud of what you did. So thank you for everything.
Bette Wubbena served Grow Cedar Valley area for 32 years. And of course, our deepest condolences to Bette's husband, Chuck, their children, Michelle and Mark. Bette Wubbena, truly a Cedar Valley icon.